Dogecoin has been trading up and down in this area right here, and here's what I've been looking at, or here's what I'm watching right now. So in my last video, we were watching this downtrend, and I was wondering if it was going to come down to this Fibonacci retracement level sitting at .18859, but it actually found support at this previous resistance. We came up resistance, resistance, resistance. We had this line right here, and a while back I was saying if we can break out of this line right here, then I think we're going to get a move, good move. We actually did that. We came up, got resistance over here, but the thing I want to point out is we found resistance on this line. This resistance turned into support right here, and it basically did it again yesterday. So we got support on that level, pushed to the upside. Now what I'm looking at is this uptrend. We have support, and I'm watching that. Actually, that also lines up with this support too, which gives me this trend line going to the upside like that. And it looks like we're breaking that trend line right now. Let's see if it continues to go down or if we get a wick like we did over here where it's kind of a fake out and we get support on it. But for right now, it looks like we're breaking it. What I'm doing right now is I have a limit order set up at this previous bottom and this line that I was talking about setting at .19120. I also still have my limit orders at the Fibonacci retracement levels sitting at .18859 and .17619. Those are the next levels I'm looking at going to the downside since we are breaking this uptrend right here. Technically, it looks like we're breaking that trend. And yeah, I think those are the main things that I'm watching. I'm wondering how far it's going to go down. And oh, actually, there's one more thing though. Like I said, I have a limit order set right here, setting at .1920, which is the previous resistance. But I'm wondering if we're going to do something like this, where we're going to continue to bounce up and down in this channel. And we can it's actually kind of small, like a small area. Well, actually, it's a couple percent though. If we can time, like let's say we hit this limit order right here, and then we go up to like the line. Let's say we set a limit order at limit order to sell at .19834. That's 3.8% right there. If it can continue to do this, the only problem I have with doing that is what if it breaks to the upside and then it breaks out of this, and then you did a limit order sell when, but it's I don't know. So it's choose your own path. But yeah, I think we're breaking this trend line right here. This support, and this support right here, giving me an uptrend, and we're breaking it. Let's see if we could come down to this previous bottom or this previous support or this Fibonacci retracement level, which I've been looking at because we had a big run up. We set up a trend line on the bottom. Once we start breaking that trend line, or once we start getting resistance up here and we start you have a big run up, and then once it starts to cool off, then you could set up a Fibonacci retracement level. And I've been watching the 38 and the 50, and those levels are sitting at .18877 and .17645, where I have limit orders. So let's see if those can come into play again, or if we start maybe forming a little flag pattern. Like let me delete this one and this one because we don't need them anymore, and basically this one too. Well, let's keep an eye on that one, actually, that uptrend. But what I'm thinking is we have this run up and then we're starting to consolidate. I don't know, usually bull flags are there's a big run and then you get a bull flag. It's not you're going down and then you get a bull flag. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. Like we're coming off a downtrend right here and then getting a bull flag. I guess it's probably possible, but I don't know if that's more likely than it's not. So at least, I mean, for right now, we know we have top, resistance, support. Right now, we know we have those spots, and we might as well. I mean, until we break these lines, then I'm gonna assume that we're gonna continue that trend, pretty much doing something like this. If we break to the upside, then that'll be bullish. If we break to the downside, then that'll be bearish, and we can get more confident on targets depending on what we want or what we're looking at. I still think that we have this resistance up here and this resistance up here sitting at .2290 and .22436. That gives me a trend line going to the downside, And I think we have to break that trend line before we can start getting bullish. Technically, we're in a downtrend still. On it, there's like different ways to look at it. I mean, we in this little time frame, we're on a downtrend, but in this time frame, we're in a uptrend. So support, giving me a trend line. We have to really hope that we do not break this one going to the downside, because if we do, then that's technically even a bigger, I mean, we'll technically be breaking the uptrend. So let's see if we can first, what I'm hoping is that, like I've been talking about, is that we come down, test this level, and then bounce back to the upside. And I have a limit order setting right here at 17619. So the sooner we do that, the more of a chance that probably has to get filled without actually completely breaking the trend line. And I think this one has a good chance to get filled, this 18859 eventually. Like this, you can see this channel pattern is actually kind of heading down. We're getting lower highs and then lower lows. And yeah, so technically this thing is kind of a channel that it's falling channel. And yeah, I mean, let's see how long we can, or let's see how long it rides in this one. But we could take advantage of this, in my opinion. I mean, maybe we could even lower this one. Maybe this one could even go to like, I don't know. I'm going to keep it where it's at, actually. Just because that's the body of the 1 hour time frame. These are wicks. So yeah, I'm still thinking next level for me is 19120. Let's see if this bearish momentum continues to the downside, or if we, like I was saying, it's possible that we get a little wick right here and continue to head up. I just started making the video when it started breaking it, so let's see what happens. And it already looks like it's getting a little wick, but let's see. I don't know. Next level for me is 19120, and the next one after that is 18859. Let me know what you guys think, though. All right, if you guys like the video, hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.